Hello guys, so thanks for joining me today. This is going to be one of those things from my phone, so if it gets a little wiggly, I'm sorry. I'm really trying to hold on to it. So today I was going to talk about why I'm not a feminist. And that basically looks like this. When I was younger, of course I got the whole spiel, feminism is for everyone and everyone to be equal, right? So I just believed it because I didn't know any better and I was stupid. But then I started hanging out with people who were like, yeah, I'm for feminism. Because, as a feminist, I wanted to find fellow feminists, right? And then I started actually looking at what these ladies were doing, what they actually believed, and it just did not jive with me. So what I mean by that basically is this. I had feminist friends who would say things like, they would always make the guy jokes, how stupid guys are, what they could get guys to do for them, and then turn around and then act like guys were like their best friends ever. And I thought, okay, they're just joking. But really they weren't. They weren't joking. They really thought guys were stupid. And, but then they'd ask for help from them. And I was like, okay, so you guys either think that men are, so lowly that they're just, pack animals to you, and you're making fun of people who are willing to help you, even if they aren't whatever it is you want them to be. That's still wrong. So that was gross. I didn't like that. And then the second one was I was thinking, well, then maybe it is that they actually need them, and they're belittling people again that they actually need, and they're trying to make themselves more than what they are. And that was gross as well. I mean, that's just, I did not get into that. I don't like that about people at all. I've heard too many stories of women asking for money and then bad-mouthing guys and then flirting with them to get something they want, or just, asking, asking your neighbors who don't know you, can I use this of yours? Why would you do that? They don't know you. There's absolutely no reason for you to ask for their help like that, but whatever, I guess. That kind of stuff to me is just weird. If you're on your own, then you're on your own. You can afford what you can pay for, and that kind of thing, so. I've seen girls be like, oh yeah, men are so stupid, but then they turn around and get them to pay for things and all this other stuff, and it's like, if you thought that they were that stupid, then why are you over here trying to, why are you over here being dishonest instead of just telling them, hey, I want you to pay for this? The guys obviously aren't stupid. Okay. Not in the way that they were trying to make it sound. Everybody has their things they're stupid on, but not in the way that they're trying to make it sound. So I really didn't like any of that, so I left it. I just left that sort of whole idea. Then I found out other things, like in the history of feminism, like women used to take off their bras and burn them, and then I saw a woman's march one time when I was younger and all this stuff, and I'm just like, I don't want to be part of any of this. This is crazy. Why are we burning bras and things? And when people told me it was supposed to represent, the freedom of you can wear what you want, I was like, yeah, you could always do that, whatever. You burning a bra in a bonfire doesn't make it any more culturally okay. It didn't do that, so whatever. I did not understand it, and I still to this day don't. It's just like an emotional reaction to things women want. Get over yourself and go make some money and make it happen that way. I mean, that is the way the world works, so whatever. I don't like it. So then I was reading Revelation 18 because that is what we're doing for our Bible study right now. So in Revelation 18, while I was trying to think like why specifically aren't I a feminist, and what is it that I've seen that makes me go, no, that's okay, I don't want that. I started seeing some similarities between feminism, like the mindset of a feminist, and like basically Babylon, which is this whole city that's going to be destroyed. Now, I am not saying in any way that this is what Christianity thinks, but this is just what I got out of reading Revelation 18. So we start Revelation 18, verse 7. How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously, right? So feminism glorifies the feminine. That's the ideal. That's where you want it. You don't want anything that they're the smartest, they're the best, they're all this stuff, right? So that's the glorification, and live deliciously. So living deliciously means that you lived very worldly. So not humbly. You think you're everything. You think your poop doesn't stink and all that stuff. So you didn't live humbly. You didn't live honorably. You just lived, what do they call it? You lived to satisfy whatever carnal need or want that you have, and to only do that. Okay, that's what that means. And that is exactly what feminism, especially now with the Me Too movement and the rape allegations and the abortion and the way the divorce courts are going, feminism wants women to act, basically. And so I'm glad I jumped out of that boat early. So then it goes on. My next one that I saw was like verse 14. And the fruits of your soul lusted after are departed from you, and all things which are dainty and goodly are departed from you, and you will find them no more at all. As you live this life in the feminist mindset, you lose things. You lose quality people, you lose quality opportunities, you don't get to go. Many women do not have children, so you lose that life experience, and you lose that joy that comes from adding to the history of mankind, of passing down your genes and your knowledge and your beliefs and all of that. You lose all of that by buying into the idea that you can just never have kids and you're going to be fine. You won't. You will sit back and you will regret that. So I also wrote on here, like, a good house, fancy clothes, jewelry, handbags, things like that. That is what a feminist woman mostly wants. They want you to pay for their nice things. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in science class, they told me that these nails and this hair and all this stuff, these are the way that our body handles dead skin cells. Like, as your body is processing all that stuff and going through, that is what that was. So at a very early age, while I was going through what is feminism and seeing what these girls were doing as feminists and understanding kind of the mindset, I then learned that, and I'm like, okay, so we basically, as women, if you follow that mindset as a woman, you're celebrating death. This is dead stuff that just processes out our body that way. So I'm not all into that. I like life. So my jewelry or my clothes or how my hair is done or whether or not it's done or whether or not it's dyed or whatever doesn't matter to me, because it doesn't matter. This is just dead skin cells. So science in the Bible radically changed how I look at things. So you'll see that in the coming videos. So that was verse 14. So verse 15 is, the merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand far off from the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. So in this verse, the city of Babylon is being destroyed because of its worldliness and because of living in a dishonorable way. So these guys, women go out and they buy, and these people, they start relationships with these people because they would go to the same place, be like, oh, I know Tony or whatever, right? And then they'll think that these are people who care about them, and they're not. They don't care about you. They're there to make their money. And when you're going down in flames, they're going to be far away being like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, and they're going to be far away. So sorry, and they're going to move on. And this is what I mean by you lose quality people, is that with this mindset, you can't have the mindset of I am best, and then also find people who want to care about you, because people who want to be people who care about other people want to find people who also want to care, so that they're not, left in a lurch or whatever. That if you find someone who is about themselves only and they're selfish and they just want the stuff that they want, then they don't become people who care about you. And so that becomes a problem. Sorry, okay. So let me figure out, okay, I can't do that. Alright, sorry for any of the little bloops. So, you don't have relationships that are positive and building and try and build your character. You just have relationships that are about the stuff that you buy or the stuff that you think gives you some kind of status. And they will watch you burn, basically. They will not help you. They will not be there for you in your time of need. So verse 23 is the last one that really made me like sort of, wow, okay, feminism again. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in you, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in you. For your merchants were great men of the earth, and by their sorceries were all nations deceived. Okay? So some of that is just revelation, but some of that is also, for me, when I read that was, you know, you're going to take this attitude and you're not going to be a person who is happy. You're going to lose that eternal joy that God gives you because your focus is how much of a victim you are, or the stuff that you should be getting that somebody else should be paying for, and all this stuff. I think what I wrote was, eventually following these decisions will lead to the putting out of sustainable joy within you. You will no longer be able to hear the truth. Somebody tries to tell you the truth, you're like, nope, that's hate speech. Or fake news. So, and people will not be able to trust you because of it. It's a lonely and dark road. So for me, guys, that's basically why I'm not a feminist. I don't believe that the teachings of feminism are any good. I think it's a lonely and dark road that women are going down if they think that that's the way to go. And I know people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. But when I read Revelation 18 for my Bible study, it just made me go, oh my gosh, look at that. Feminism at its finest. And that's exactly what you see in feminists. They're not nice people. There is no light in them, really. They're just angry. You know, that's just how I have always experienced them to be. They always think something is, you should be able to manipulate people to get what you want, and I just, that's not good. That's not how you should live your life. So guys, thanks for joining me today, and hopefully I'll be able to be here tomorrow. I'll probably be using my phone more than my my laptop camera, just because it's easier for me to get it done, and I really want to push these out and talk to you guys and everything. So I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.